You can see my Facebook page, you'll see the photographs from the beginning. It's pretty nice. I had people help me in the beginning put on makeup, now I do it myself. So any mistakes are my own. Things are wild here in Vietnam. You know, I drive my 3-wheel motorbike everywhere I go. Yeah, I have 2 wheels in the front, 1 in the back, and you know how you ever seen The Great Escape, how you see the Germans, they always lean when they're turning this way, they lean the opposite way where they're turning, and then they lean. That's to keep the center of gravity so that the motorbike doesn't turn over, doesn't flip over. And so I have to do that while I'm driving. People think I'm a little crazy. I love driving that thing. I like getting around. It's nice to be able to go places when I want to, up to about 40 or 50 kilometers away, which is about 30 miles or so. And I do that. I actually go 30 or 40 miles outside of town and I come back on this motorbike I have. It's kind of fun. I was supposed to open a restaurant last April, and the investor said, no, I'm not quite ready. He's doing a program. He's going to write the program for Myanmar for taxi service. And he's going to open an office there and everything. So I am asked by him now, more than likely, to go to Myanmar to open my first restaurant, which will be called Amelia's Pizza and Burgers. Or, yeah, Pizza and Burgers. And with the subtitle, An American Eatery. It's a really nice, it's in a disco, no, not disco, but in that era, 1939. It's done in that era. Because it's named after Amelia Earhart, the great aviatrix who flew around the world and didn't make it. Died at the Solomon, got off at the Solomon Islands and wound up somewhere and got lost in a storm and crashed. And they found parts of her stuff in the islands there, in the Solomon Islands, which is outside of, before, just after she was in somewhere else around Hawaii. And so I named it after her. And we have that Art Deco look. It's going to be really nice. And with photographs of her and the history and all that, and big posters and everything. The graphics are already made for the whole thing. And the menu is being designed and everything, so that people just check off what they want. We have to have it in Vietnamese and in Myanmar, or Myanmarese, they actually say now. Burmese. It used to be Burma and Burmese. So pizza and burgers, American style, hard to get in Hanoi, hard to get anywhere in Vietnam. I think there are only a couple places where you can get a good burger in Hanoi. I mean, a really good burger. Most of them, they're pretty bad. They're Australian with breadcrumbs, onion powder, egg, and beetroot all mixed into the meat. And I mean, I smell it before they cook it, and it smells to me like it's rotten, like I've let the beef out for a few days on the counter. It's really bad. I can't eat it. So I just want a straight American hamburger. You know, put a little salt on it, maybe a little pepper, and that's it. And keep it juicy and keep it nice and sear it correctly. So we already have all the equipment, the grills and the mixers and the pizza ovens. Everything's here in Hanoi. Now we're going to have to ship it all to Myanmar and put a restaurant in there. So it's going to be a fascinating experience. And after Myanmar, 14 months, 12 to 14 months there, I will then come back to Hanoi, open another one, go to Nha Trang, Hue, and Da Nang, and also to Saigon. That means there'll be 6 restaurants. I'm hoping that we can expand to 6 restaurants in 5 years and 10 months. It's an interesting thing. People only work 5 days a week, 50 hours a week, but they get a lot more money than any teacher or any other people normally get in Vietnam for working in any restaurant. Plus, they get profit sharing. They also get paid vacation, unheard of in Vietnam. They get paid sick leave, 6 days a year, unheard of in Vietnam. They get taken care of, and that's our goal, is that I want to have something that has good labor practices where people are treated well. And in the end, one of the people after the years so that I'm working with them will be running that restaurant. They'll be in charge of it. And they'll make a lot more money. And then I will go and make the next restaurant, hire them, get them going, do the same thing. It's like a master chef thing, right? They do a good job. They get to run the restaurant. They become the manager. They make the money. Of course, I have to go back every now and then, make sure that they're doing things right. Of course, the investor will have video cameras that we can access remotely, and we can keep track of kind of what's going on. No matter where they are, all over Vietnam, Myanmar, anywhere where we put them in. So we will be able to keep track of it a bit and make sure that things are going well. Because we'll be making our own mozzarella cheese, our own pepperoni, at each of these sites as well. So it's going to be a fascinating experience. As far as teaching, I teach for free right now, although I just got a job and I'm going to go online for a while, collect a little more money so I can buy a new motorbike. And then the 3-wheel of a Piezo, I think is the name of that motorbike. And they make 3 wheels from the front automatically for themselves that are kits just for their motorbikes. They have great big wide wheels like this on each side sticking out, so it's a lot more stable than the one I have where the wheels are only this big. These are like really huge. So it'll be a much better motorbike. And I get the motorbike and I leave the country, and I don't know what I'm going to do with my motorbike when I'm not here. But I'll rent out. My house will be used, my apartment will be used by a student, and they'll take care of my stuff. And after a year or so, I'll bring everything over from America and move it all up on the next floor and have another apartment. I'll be able to afford 2 apartments and have my entire library here. So my goals are pretty nice and reaching. And in August, I will get another dog. Because I will get a rescue dog. Nice little one. I hope it'll be a poodle or poodle-esque animal, which won't shed. I want a poodle-like dog. So I update you. Of course, you didn't have to listen to the update. The music is what matters the most. And everybody was crying when I was singing it. I called it when he was dead. I could see his eyes just go, and I said, "Oh, time." They said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." And they checked and said, "Oh, you're right." I said, "Yeah." I walked out of there in a daze. I walked home. It's about 5 kilometers away. And just walked home, and I just don't remember it. I was just in a state of mind. So I couldn't talk to anybody. That was a great way to be alone. It's just to walk and not have anybody to talk to for a while. So those of you who have your pets, cats, dogs, turtles, whatever you have, chickens, pigs, treat them well, love them, cherish them every day. Like I did my baby. You all take good care. It's been a pleasure singing for you and talking to you. Enjoy. Bye-bye.